Case in point, a UFO event of mass proportion, a giant alien spaceship hovering over one of our major cities, threatening our very existence. A scenario from War of the Worlds, Independence Day, or The Day the Earth Stood Still. No, it is not science fiction, it has already happened. When? February 25, 1942, in the Los Angeles area. Many believe that the beginning of the UFO era was in 1947, when Kenneth Arnold sighted flying disc-like objects over Mount Rainier, coining the phrase flying saucers. This term was already common military jargon by the time of the Roswell event of the same year. Preceding these landmark UFO events was the mass sighting of a large flying disc in the Los Angeles area in February 25, 1942, coming at a time of heightened security and anxiety following the Japanese invasion of Pearl Harbor only a few months before. This invasion would become a major UFO event, and possibly an omen of things to come. In ufology, this is commonly referred to as the early morning hours of 2 to 2542 would bring the first alerts of an invasion. Naturally, the first thought in the minds of everyone was that another wave of Japanese planes was attacking America on its own soil. Citizens of Culver City and Santa Monica would be the first to witness the surreal sight of a giant unknown object hovering over the suburban areas of Los Angeles. Immediately, an air raid siren shattered the peaceful sleep of the residents, and volunteer air raid wardens grabbed their gear and headed to the streets, effecting a total blackout. Army's 37th Coast Artillery Brigade swung into action, lighting up the clear black skies with their massive spotlights. What they saw was beyond belief. With the Japanese planes still flying in their nightmares, another menacing flying machine was now right on top of them. In a matter of a few short minutes, the entire southern area of California was looking to the skies, watching the intense spotlight beams converging on the giant invading UFO. The 37th's anti-aircraft guns helped light up the night, firing volley after volley at the large craft. Many eyewitness reports would state that the large object took many direct hits, but appeared undamaged. The 30-plus minute barrage would send fragmented shells over homes, businesses, and citizens. In the aftermath, 6 individuals were found dead from the spent and fragmented artillery shells. It was reported that hundreds upon hundreds of rounds were fired at the giant UFO, yet it appeared unaffected. Eyewitness accounts described the object as a surreal, hanging, magic lantern. The object was especially visible as it hovered over the MGM studios in Culver City. There are a number of newspaper articles of this event, and an astonishingly clear picture of the object as it was under its heaviest attack. The object eventually made its way over Long Beach before it silently disappeared from view. The cannons were now silent. Some of the most intriguing testimony of the UFO comes from a woman who was a volunteer air raid warden. She lived like many others, in fear of another Japanese attack. Nothing, however, could prepare her for what she so clearly witnessed the night of the giant UFO. Shaken awake by a call from her supervisor, she was briefed on the situation. Living not far from Santa Monica, she was told the object was close enough for her to see from her window. Peeking out of her window, she was shocked at the sight of the massive UFO above. She described the sight as follows: "It was huge. It was just enormous. And it was practically right over my house. I had never seen anything like it in my life," she said. "It was just hovering there in the sky and hardly moving at all. It was a lovely pale orange, and about the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. I could see it perfectly because it was very close. It was big. They sent fighter planes up, and I watched them in groups approach it and then turn away. They were shooting at it, but it didn't seem to matter. It was like the 4th of July, but much louder. They were firing like crazy, but they couldn't touch it. I'll never forget what a magnificent sight it was. Just marvelous. And what a gorgeous color, she said. As the giant UFO moved away, things began to get back to normal. As normal as things could get, considering the times. The military clampdown on Japanese citizens and security restrictions on its native populace made this an unusual time. Had it not been for America being at war, news of this event would have gained more momentum. The lesson to be learned from this is simply that we must be ready at all times to defend our country and our globe from any invading force that would take our freedom as we know it from us.